Hey, it's you again. Can't believe we're finally here. As you may or may not already know, my essential question for this project is, how has YouTube changed the way people communicate? The reason I chose this topic is because I've been watching YouTube for many years now, and something I've noticed is that the way people use the platform has greatly changed over time. In the past, you'd see videos like this, this,
A duck walked up to a lemonade stand.
and this. Now, I'm not saying that these videos don't communicate anything, because they do in their own unique way. But nowadays, you can find many different videos about almost anything. And the way content creators have used this platform to communicate to viewers has been a big benefit for a lot of people, regardless of where they are or when they are watching. While doing my research, I took a look into a few sources relating to my topic, while also thinking about how I use YouTube as a platform. One of the first things that came into my mind when thinking about this topic was how teachers and educators communicate through YouTube. A lot of times when you're in an academic class, the teacher is usually at the front explaining whatever the subject is. But what do you do when you go home to finish some classwork but realize you fell asleep when you should have been writing notes? Do you look up a tutorial on YouTube? Pretend to know what you're doing? I'll just get to the point. One of the best things to do would be to go on YouTube and look up a tutorial. And based on my and many others' experiences, I can say it's an effective educational tool. In an article, Katie Counts, a graphic design undergraduate, states, YouTube is my go-to when I don't understand something from a class. And, as a design student who frequently uses the Adobe Creative Suite, I find the most informational tutorials on this subject on YouTube. What she's saying really reminds me of recent situations students like you and me have gone through. Back during the beginning of the pandemic, I recall having a hard time understanding some of my math assignments, and occasionally, there would be times where I'd be awake in the middle of the night doing them. During the day, you'd be able to email the teacher and ask for help, which is great, but teachers have lives too, and they need sleep. So when you're up at 2 a.m. doing some math work that was due last week, YouTube is the way to go. One of the best resources I went to was Khan Academy. Khan Academy is a website and a channel which provides lessons in the form of videos that provide education to students from grades K through 12. These videos being publicly available to anyone is really great, as they communicate effectively to students across many different topics and can be rewatched as many times as you need. On their YouTube channel alone, they have 15 years worth of educational content and almost 2 billion views overall. And when you keep in mind that all of this is free to watch on YouTube at all times, I'd say that's pretty incredible. Now, onto how people use YouTube to communicate about their products or services. With YouTube being free to use, anyone has the freedom to upload almost anything they want. And some people take that to the next level and use it as a way to promote their business or products. An example of this is with the channel Let's Talk About Money channel, a channel that communicates to viewers about a wide range of financial topics. On April 16, 2021, she posted a video onto the channel in which she explains how Animaker and YouTube have helped her grow her insurance agency. She brings up how in the past she's had to spend lots of money on advertising but saw no return on the investment. Then, when she started posting her videos onto YouTube, she finally saw a return on the investment while keeping things at a lower cost. She also states that most of her clients started reaching out to her after watching videos from her channel. Big companies that have been around for many years also have taken advantage of using YouTube. Companies such as Nintendo have a great strategy for marketing, and that is with the use of online video presentations called Nintendo Directs. These video presentations are created so that Nintendo can communicate to their fans about what new games they have coming up throughout the year. These directs also generate a lot of excitement and bring Nintendo fans around the world together. And to go along with that, people tend to create discussion videos or do live streams where they can communicate with viewers about a hobby they enjoy. Finally, let's talk about the entertainment side of YouTube. Entertainment on YouTube, or anywhere else for that matter, is used for many different reasons, such as communicating a message, getting your mind thinking about something, or to make you feel a certain way, along with many more. In an article I found while doing my research, the author Greg Jarboe states, 2 new surveys by Channel Factory have found that people in the US and UK are flocking to YouTube to improve their mood, as well as to find uplifting, helpful, and educational content. One of the surveys asked more than 1,000 YouTube viewers in the US, what have you been watching in the past 2 weeks? And by looking at the graph, we can see that 48.20% of the people went to YouTube to find entertainment content. Entertaining content can communicate happier or wholesome thoughts and feelings, which can improve someone's mood. An example given in the same article is with a YouTube show called Some Good News with John Krasinski. The show was created to communicate inspiring and heartfelt news to viewers that were stuck at home during this time. Taking a look back now, it seems like my mentor, Ruffled Rowlet, is a great example of someone who uses YouTube to communicate with other Pokemon fans. He provides content such as tutorials on how to do a certain task in the newest games, videos that discuss the latest news, and even informational videos on facts that a new fan of the franchise can watch and learn. Even as a Pokemon fan myself, I have learned many new things just from his content alone. With this project, my arts and community connection were both connected. I decided to create and share a video with the school which explains how to upload videos to YouTube. I did this so that any student or teacher who may want to try uploading videos of their own can get a basic idea of what is required. Let's take a look at it. Hello again, you may be watching this video because you are interested in learning more about uploading videos to YouTube, or maybe you're just bored. But either way, let's get started. So first of all, you're going to want to have a video that you want to upload. I'll just use this video right here as an example. Tip: always upload content that is originally created by you, never steal other people's content. While that uploads, you can start coming up with a title, and since my video is a tutorial, it is best to come up with a title that will be easily searchable for someone looking for help. After creating a title, you can start typing a description that explains what your video is about. Now, to make your video be a bit more eye-catching on a homepage or search results, try adding a thumbnail that someone may be interested in clicking on. To create a thumbnail, you will have to use some other software and websites such as Photoshop or Canva. I recommend using Canva if you're looking for something that is free and easy to use. If you plan on uploading more types of videos later on, add a video to the playlist. Creating a playlist is a good way to sort your content and makes a viewer's life a whole lot easier when they are looking for something specific. Next, select if your video is made for kids or not for kids. Since I created this video with the intent of being for anyone looking for help, I'll set it as not for kids. Adding text to your video is optional. I do it just because I feel like I need to add something, but according to YouTube, they don't really play a big part. Last thing in this section is the video category. Since my video fits into the gaming category, I will be putting Minecraft as the game title. Of course, this may most likely be different for you. Everything else can pretty much stay the same, unless you feel like changing some of the settings depending on the content you're uploading. In the video elements section, there are only 3 different things to look at. You can choose to add subtitles to your video, which is a great way to make your video accessible to more people. The next one is end screens. End screens are placed at the end of your video and are great ways to get viewers to click on other videos you may have created. And finally, cards can be used to add a small pop-up during the video that can bring viewers to other stuff you may want to promote. After that, the video will automatically be checked for any copyrighted content. And finally, you get to the visibility section. Here, you can either make your video go private, unlisted, or public. You can also even schedule a specific time and day you want your video to go public. And once you're done with the settings, you can hit publish, and the video will finish processing. Once that's done, your video should be good to go. And yeah, that's how you upload a video to YouTube. Now, that was pretty cringe, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I think we've taken a decent look into a few ways how YouTube has changed the way people communicate, whether it's for education, business, or entertainment. And before I go, I want to say one more thing. I encourage teachers to at least give YouTube a try, or even if not YouTube itself, just videos that you can share with your students. You don't have to have the best equipment or record everything you do in a class, but maybe starting small with things like instructions for a big project, or example problems that a student can look back at can be a great start. And to all you students in the audience, I also encourage you to communicate your ideas and creativity through YouTube. I guess it's time for me to go now. Goodbye, and I wish you all the best.